It happened a few years ago. We were married, but something between us had cracked. We'd grown distant, and it felt like nothing new or exciting could ever happen between us again. Around that same time, there was a guy at work who always smiled at me, complimented me, and paid attention in a way that felt nice, especially compared to the dull, quiet indifference waiting for me at home. We ran into each other often by chance, or so it seemed. On the street, on the bus, in the elevator. And during that period, those coincidences started happening more and more. Every time I saw him, a hot wave of excitement spread through me. One day we started talking, and it felt as if we'd known each other forever. We began texting, meeting for coffee, sharing more and more. I started thinking about him constantly. At that time, he was struggling with his own relationship, so for a while, things between us stayed at the level of conversation. But the tension was growing. When we finally started flirting openly, something inside me lit up again. Once, I was walking down a narrow office hallway, and he leaned out of a meeting room, said he needed to tell me something, then suddenly pulled me in and kissed me. He wasn't the kind of man I usually went for. Too confident, too handsome, too sure of himself. The kind of guy people are drawn to, and he knew it. With him, I felt that he wanted something bigger than just a relationship. And I knew he wouldn't leave his girlfriend unless he truly felt there was a reason. That made it a challenge for me, even though I didn't want a new relationship. I just liked the thrill. I noticed how I started dressing differently, flirting more, putting more effort into my makeup, wearing stockings, choosing bolder outfits. I clearly remember one lunch with colleagues, a big table full of chatter, and under it his hand sliding along my leg while his face stayed perfectly calm. The secret, the danger of it made us both feel alive again, as if someone had opened a window in a stuffy room. We met a few times outside work. I felt completely free, even joked to my husband that someone might have caught my eye. But the guy preferred quiet, hidden places, empty parks on the edge of the city. There we gave in to the moment, talking, touching, kissing. We were intoxicated by each other and by the secrecy itself. In the evenings, I'd wonder, what was it about him? He was thin, sharp, even a little arrogant, nothing special, really, and the complete opposite of my husband. Just a man who was sure of himself. Then it hit me. I liked what was behind his confidence. I saw the cracks, the vulnerability. He was scared of losing something. One morning I woke up with a sudden determination. The thought that I was being played with like a kitten wouldn't leave me alone. What was holding him back? His girlfriend? And what was holding me? I'd always been the type to go after what I wanted, and I wanted him. It happened in his car. But the moment we crossed that line, we both knew the game was over. It was time to return to reality. It all felt rushed, awkward, slightly wrong. Maybe he hadn't really wanted it. Maybe he had. But that moment was the end. After that, everything faded. His messages stopped. A few months later, he left the company without saying goodbye. I was sad. Yes, but strangely, it felt easier to breathe once he was gone. Years passed. My husband and I decided to give our marriage another chance. A new chapter began. We grew closer, simpler, more honest. During that break, it felt like we'd both grown up. Sometimes little things reminded me of that guy, the one who once kissed me with so much fire. And recently, I even dreamed about him. He was carrying me in his arms, and I felt so happy that when I woke up next to my husband, I felt guilty as if the dream itself were a kind of betrayal. What was all of that back then? A dream? A game? An adventure? A test? Maybe I just wanted to see how far I'd go, or to discover a part of myself I'd lost. I love my husband. Even when he left, I always knew he'd come back. Today we are one, and to me he has always been and will always be the closest, kindest, and most honest man I know.